That delay of Prison Architect 2 raises some questions. Of course, given it's Paradox Interactive we are talking about here, that instantly sparks some concerns in the gaming community, especially after Cities: Skylines 2, which wasn't exactly a smooth launch. But let's not get ahead of ourselves and take a look at this. Usually, delays can be a good sign that the developer is dedicated to release a finished and polished product. But it can also be a red flag, indicating that development isn't going well due to various factors and complications, like internal or financial issues. Personally, in this case, I think someone higher up at Paradox Interactive is at least trying to avoid a disastrous release, like it happened with Cities: Skylines 2, which was absolutely detrimental for the game. I don't think it's going to recover anytime soon from its negative reviews that it very much deserved for the state it released in, which I think is fair to say is a commendable move from Paradox this time. So I would not say a terrible launch in terms of performance or bugs will cast doom on this game, unless Paradox is making the same mistake again, which I think and hope is not the case. But something else certainly could cause some backlash from the community, especially from fans of the original, and that are paid DLCs and the content that is available in the base game. For this all to make sense, it's important for you to know that the original Prison Architect was developed by Introversion Software. It wasn't until later that Paradox took over the IP. Now, I am a believer that if you have a very solid base game with tons of enjoyable features in it already, it is very much okay as a developer to dedicate your team to pushing out some paid DLCs that expand the game in one or more ways. I don't expect to receive this content for free. The people making the game are running a business and have to make a living after all. What's not okay, on the other hand, is stripping a game of its expected features and reserving that content to push it out later in form of paid DLCs. We have seen this pattern in the past from various developers out there. Now, I'm not saying Paradox is taking that exact route. They have at the very least been transparent about most of the base game's features in their FAQ, and I commend the interaction with the community and especially their detailed previews on YouTube. There are, however, quite a few features that were present in Prison Architect 1 that will not be available in the base game of Prison Architect 2. This includes stuff like death row inmates, women prisons and gangs. So these have all been present in Prison Architect 1, some through free content updates or paid DLCs. Because of this, some people feel the switch from Prison Architect 1 to Prison Architect 2 as a step back, because a good amount of loved features will not be available on launch and are likely reserved to be implemented later down the road as a paid DLC. How harmful that move is going to be for the overall game experience, I think that depends on the features that are available. Despite Paradox's recent underwhelming game releases, they have shown a good amount of openness and dedication for this game to be an enjoyable experience. And while some content seems to be reserved for paid DLCs, what's already available in the game may be more than enough for many players to feel like they're getting their money's worth. A few examples: the enhanced career mode, better inmate dynamics with inmate relationships, of course the option to build across various floors, and the modding tools are all highly requested features that will be available in the base game. So I think it really depends on the expectations you have when going into this game. If you want all of the features from Prison Architect 1 to be readily available at launch, well, now you know that that's not a realistic expectation. But that doesn't mean the features the developers have implemented won't make for a solid game experience. And that's really about everything I have for today. See ya!